Hi, I'm Zach Fagenson with Miami Today, and I'm here in Doral at CompuQuip's headquarters for an interview with the CEO, Alberto Dosal. The company offers networks of all sizes and has done so for the past 30 years. But for the past 5, they've been offering managed IT services to companies, and Mr. Dosal said they'd like to keep doing so in the near future and make it a big part of the business. He's also got a big role at the Chamber. He's on the executive committee and said he'd like to promote collaboration between all of the Chamber's committees, including technology, which he chaired for 2 years.
The bulk of our hiring is done here locally. As a matter of fact, 2 years ago, ITT gave us a wonderful award as their Employer of the Year. And we reach out to the local schools on a technical basis, the technical schools like ITT, and hire local talent. I believe very much in doing that as much as possible. It's been a while since we've imported any talent from out of state. I think one follows the other. I think there's been a huge drop-off in high school students going to college and studying computer technology, computer engineering, huge drop-off. And I've heard many reasons. I'm not exactly sure. One that seems to be very common is the ups and downs of the technology world. Sure. I hire, I fire, I hire, I fire. I think if we can create a stable environment, I think that will drive kids to education and productive jobs. If I heard correctly, at the biotech luncheon, they're talking about thousands of jobs being created in that biotech space, thousands. I don't know many other industries that are talking about thousands of jobs created. We at the Technology Committee over the past 2 years started addressing that issue. And at the awards luncheon, we actually recognized the top student in IT. It may not sound like a lot, but it's the beginning of something. We had nominations coming in, and I was not involved in the judging process at all, but I know that we had nominations from all the universities. So the fact that we reached out to the local universities and colleges and asked for their input, their nominations, all of a sudden it's starting. And I realize that that's a very, very, very small example. But I know that the larger corporations like IBM, they have programs of going back into the community. It's very difficult for small businesses to be able to take on such a task. It really has to be a chamber or an SFTA, something larger. Sure. There's a lot to be done still. But we're finally at least putting it on paper, addressing it, and moving in the right direction. Everything is leadership. That's the key to everything in this world. And if we want to be successful in any endeavor, whether it's IT or not, it requires that leadership. And I think that we're all beginning to be aware and be working towards that goal.